Now we will solve the second problem related to preparing receipts and payments account. So let us see the problem. From the following particulars relating to Silver Point, prepare a receipt and payment account for the year ending March 31st, 2012. So they have given the summary of cash book. From this particular cash book we need to prepare receipt and payment account. So they have given the particulars as well as amount. In the particulars they have given first item is opening cash balance. So we know that opening cash balance should be recorded on the debit side of the receipts and payments account, that is receipt side. Then they have given opening bank balance also should be recorded on the debit side of the receipts and payments account, amounting to rupees 7,200. Then they have given the subscription for the year 2010 to 11, which is a previous year. Then they have given for the current year, that is 2011 to 12, that is 7,600, and from 2012 to 13 future year, that is 900. So all these item we need to record under debit side, that is receipt side of the receipts and payment account. Then sale of refreshment. Sale of refreshment is a revenue, which is a receipt, should be recorded on the debit side. Entrance fees received, this one is also receipt, which is revenue item, so we need to record under receipt side. Then sale of old sports material. Here, because of the sale of sports material, organization is going to get some amount, or it is called as a receipt, so recorded under receipt and payment account under receipt side. Then donation received for pavilion. So donation received for pavilion, which is a specific purpose it has given, so it is a capital receipt, should be recorded on debit side. Rent paid, which is a payment, recorded under credit side. Sports material purchase, which is also expenditure. Purchase of refreshment, expenditure, recorded under credit side. Expenses for maintenance of tennis court, this one is also a payment. Salary paid, payment. Tournament expenses, payment. Furniture purchase, this one is also a payment. Office expenses, payment. Closing cash in hand, they have given cash in hand, so we need to find closing cash at bank. So this is the problem. So let us solve the problem. So first what we need to do, we need to prepare the format, that is receipt and payment account, debit side, credit side. Debit side is for receipt, then amount, and next credit side is the payment side, payment, then amount. So first what we need to do, we need to record cash in hand as well as cash at bank. So to balance brought down, that is cash in hand. Cash in hand amount is 1,000. Cash at bank, cash at bank amount 7,200. Then we need to write down the subscription. The total of the subscription is 9,000. To subscription, so write down the year 2010 to 11, they have provided 500 rupees. 11 to 12, 7,600 organization received. For the year 2012 to 13, they have received 900 from their members. The total of this should be written on the outer column, that is amounting to rupees 9,000. Then next, they have received amount from sale of refreshment, so amounting to rupees, so what is the amount of sale of refreshment? 1,000. Then entrance fees they have received, so to entrance fees, what is the amount of the entrance fees? 1,000. Next see, they have given a sale of old sports material. So this one is also a receipt, should be recorded on the debit side, that is 1200. 2, sale of old newspaper amounting to rupees 1200. Then donation which is they have received for pavilion, receipt. 2, donation amounting to rupees 4600. Next they have paid the rent, so payment side, by rent amounting to rupees 3000. Then sports material purchase, which is a payment, capital payment by sports material purchased amounting to rupees 4800. The next item is purchase of refreshment, which is also payment by purchase of refreshment, that is 600. Then they have paid the expenses for maintenance, which is 2000, by maintenance expenses, amounting to rupees 2000, correct. Then salary paid by 2500, by salary paid 2500. Then tournament expenses by what is the amount of tournament expenses? 2400, by tournament expense, that is 2400. Then next is about furniture purchase, that is 1500. Furniture purchased amounting to rupees 1500. Then office expenses which they have given, that is 1200, by office expense, this one is also a payment, revenue in nature, which is 1200. They have given the closing balance of cash in hand, so we need to write down by closing balance, that is balance carried on amount 1200. Now we need to find out by cash at bank. So we need to find out the total of debit side and total of credit side. Then the difference between this one is the balance cash at bank. Now let us calculate. 1000 plus 7200 plus 9000 plus 1000 plus 1000 plus 1200 plus 4000 plus 4600. What is the total? 25,000 is the total. So debit side is 25,000. So let us calculate the credit side total. 3000 plus 4800 plus 600 plus 2000 plus 2500 plus 2400 plus 1500 plus 1200 plus 400. So the total of credit side is 18,400. So which side amount is more? Debit side item is amount is more, that is 25,000. So debit side is 25,000. Credit side is 18,400. So the difference amount is cash at bank. So write down the total, that is 25,000. So difference between 25,000 and 18,400 is 6,600. So this one is the cash at bank. This one is the amount we have calculated. So in this manner we need to prepare receipt and payment account. So next we are going to study regarding how to prepare income and expenditure account. So let us study regarding the steps in preparing income and expenditure account. So here are the basic steps. First point is to note down that properly we need to go through the receipts and payments account. So in order to prepare income and expenditure account, we need to properly study the receipts and payments account. From that receipts and payments account, we are going to prepare income and expenditure account. Exclude the opening and closing balance of cash and bank as they are not income. So in receipts and payments account, you know that first we need to enter the opening balance of cash in hand, cash at bank, which is the first step. But here at the time of preparing income and expenditure account, that opening balance of cash in hand as well as cash at bank need to be excluded. It should not be recorded. Why? Because it is not an income. So income and expenditure account records the income and it is revenue, recording only revenue item. Then next one is exclude the capital receipts and capital payment as these are to be shown in balance sheet. So here we need not record capital receipts as well as capital payment. Here important, note down, here we need to record only revenue receipt and revenue payments. Then next, consider only revenue receipts to be shown on the income side. What and all the revenue receipts are there should be recorded on the credit side, that is income side. What and all the revenue payments are there, that should be recorded on the debit side, that is expenditure side. So it is very simple, understand. What and all the items which are there on the receipt side, that is debit side, should be entered on the credit side of the income and expenditure. Only revenue items, note down, only revenue items. Then take the revenue expenses to the expenditure side. All the expenditure which are revenue expenditure need to be recorded on the debit side, that is expenditure side. Then consider the following items not appearing in the receipts and payments account. In receipts and payments account, we are not recording depreciation, we are not providing provision for debts, doubtful debts, then we are not recording profit or loss on the sale of asset. These should be recorded here. Very important to note down that non-cash items are included here. And here only item relating to this particular year only recorded. So this is the important points to be noted down at the time of preparing income and expenditure account. So we have already solved one problem where we have prepared receipts and payment account. That one is the first problem we have solved, where they have given the summary of cash book from which we have prepared receipts and payments account. Now with the help of this receipts and payments account, we are going to prepare income and expenditure account. So let us see the receipts and payments account. So there they have given there we have recorded the cash in hand, that is opening cash in hand as well as cash at bank, amounting to rupees 20,000 and 35,000, right? So in case of preparing income and expenditure account, these two items are totally excluded. So we should not record opening cash in hand as well as cash at bank in income and expenditure account. Why? Because these are not the income. First step. Then next, here see, they have given the subscription. So we are going to prepare the income and expenditure account for the year ended, see, March 31st 2012. So the current year is from April 1/4/2011 to 31st March 2012 is the current year, right? So here only current year items are taken. So we need to exclude 2010 to 11 subscription, as well as we need to exclude 2012 to 13 subscription. So we need to write down only the current year subscription, that is 2,25,000. Then next, they have given the donation for building, which is a receipt, but it is capital in nature. Why? Because they have mentioned the purpose. Donation given for specific purpose is not a revenue receipt, it is a capital receipt. So we need to exclude this particular item. Then next, entrance fees, which is a revenue receipt, we can record that in the income side of the income and expenditure account. Then next, life membership fees, this one is also not a revenue receipt, it's a capital receipt, we need to exclude. We should not record this under income and expenditure account. Then interest on investment. So interest on investment is receipt. So we can record this particular in income and expenditure account as an income. Then government, then what? Yeah, locker rent, which one is also an income. We can record this one under income and expenditure account under credit side. So let us see the payment sides. So here what and all the payments which are revenue payments are recorded under income and expenditure account under expenditure side. So printing and stationery, which is a revenue payment, we can record under expenditure side. Lighting, which is a revenue expenditure, can be recorded under expenditure side. Rules, rates and taxes, this one is also revenue expenditure recorded under income side, expenditure side. Then telephone charges, yes, expenditure side. Postage and courier, expenditure side, which is the revenue in nature. Wages and salary, revenue payment recorded under income and expenditure account under expenditure side. Insurance premium, this one is also revenue expenditure. Then purchase of government securities. Purchase of government security cannot be recorded as it is a capital payment, capital expenditure. Then these two items are not recorded as it is a closing balance. So in case of income and expenditure account, balancing figure is either surplus or either deficit. So let us solve the problem. So here we need to write the format of income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account. Debit side, credit side. Don't forget to mention this debit side and credit side while writing the format and solving the problem. So on the debit side it is the expenditure side. Why? Because it's a nominal account. Debit the expenses and losses, credit the incomes and gains. So debit side is the expenditure side, whereas credit side, income side. This is the manner in which you need to prepare income and expenditure account. So first one is here receipts and payments account. We should exclude cash in hand, cash at bank. Then next is regarding subscription. Only current year subscription we need to write down. So what and all the items which are there in receipt side, at the time of recording that in income and expenditure account, that becomes credit side. So to subscription now becomes by subscription amounting to rupees 2,25,000 only of this particular year, only current year. Next item, donation for building should not record, right? Then entrance fees can be recorded by entrance fees amounting to rupees 23,000. Then next see life membership fees. It is a capital receipt, should not be recorded. Then interest on investment in government security, it can be recorded by interest on government security, that is interest on government security amounting to rupees, where it is interest on investment in government security amounting to rupees 18,000. So next one, see there is a next item, locker rent should be recorded, right? It should be recorded under income side of the income and expenditure account by locker rent amounting to rupees 42,000. So we have written income side. Now see the payment side. Printing and stationery should be recorded under expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. So to printing and stationery. So printing and stationery amounting to rupees 38,750. Next item is lighting should be recorded amounting to rupees 26,250. To lighting 26,250. Then next here it is. What is that? Rates and taxes amounting to rupees 17,000 should be recorded, right? Yes. To rates and taxes. Rates and taxes amounting to rupees 17,000. Then comes telephone charges amounting to rupees 2,600. To telephone charge amounting to rupees 2,600. Then see postage and courier, that is 2,000. So should be recorded to postage and courier amounting to rupees 2,000. Then next, wages and salary 88,000 should be recorded to wages and salary 88,000. What is next? Insurance premium should be recorded to premium amounting to rupees 15,000. Then they have given the purchase of government security. It should not be recorded as it is a capital payment. Then closing balance should not be recorded. Now what? Now we need to find the total of debit balance, total of credit balance, and whatever the difference comes, either it would be surplus or deficit. So let us calculate the debit side. That is 38,750. 26,250. Then 17,000, 2,600. Do calculate. Okay, 38,750, 26,250, then 17,000, then 2,600, then 2,000, then 88,000, then 15,000, amounting to rupees 1,89,600. So this one is the total of debit side. So I'll write down here. Debit side, that is 1,89,600. So count the credit side. Okay, credit side, that is 2,25,000 plus 23,000 plus 18,000 plus 42,000. What is the total of credit balance? Credit balance is equal to 3,08,000. So this one is the credit balance, this one is the debit balance. That means income side is more than expenditure side. So what? When the income is more than the expenditure, it is called as a surplus. Surplus means now a company is having excess. So this surplus balance need to be recorded where? Here we need to write the surplus balance in a debit side. To surplus. So we need to find out the difference between this 3,08,000 minus 1,89,600. What will be the surplus? The surplus amount or balancing figure is 1,18,400. 1,18,400. Now see, both the side gets tally, that is 3,08,000. So this is the way in which you need to prepare income and expenditure account. Understood? Yeah. Then we'll solve the problems, other problems. So there is another problem regarding income and expenditure account. So here it is. Here there are certain adjustments they have given. So we'll solve that. First one, see, this one is a question. Understand the question properly. From the following receipts and payments account for the year ending March 31st, 2015. We should note down for which year we need to prepare the books of account, because in case of preparing income and expenditure, knowing the current year is very important. Why? Because only the current year items need to be taken, right? So we need to note down which year, for which year we need to prepare this income and expenditure account and final accounts. Then next, this of Nagy's Club, prepare income and expenditure account for the same period. So we need to prepare income and expenditure account. So here is the problem, and they have given the receipts and payments account. So receipt side they have opening balance of 25,000. Then they have given the subscription. So in subscription they have given of 3 years, that is past year 2014, that is 1,500. Current year 2015 of 10,000. Then future year 2016, that is 500. So the total of these becomes to 12,000. But at the time of preparing income and expenditure account, subscription of current year should be taken. All other need to be excluded, right? Yes. Then to donation, they haven't mentioned anything regarding for which purpose they have given. Hence, this donation becomes revenue receipt, where we need to record under income side of the income and expenditure account, that is 2,000. Then hall rent, this one is a receipt we are going to receive again and again, which is recurring in nature, that means monthly they need to pay. Hence this one is a income recorded under credit side of the income and expenditure account, amounting to rupees 300. Then next, to interest on bank deposit, the amount which is deposited in bank, we are going to get interest on it. The bank is going to give interest. So this one is received regularly, recurring in nature, which is the income recorded under income side of the income and expenditure account, that is 450. Then entrance fees, revenue in nature, recurring in nature. So income recorded under income side of the income and expenditure account, 1,000. So next, see payment side. They have given buy purchase of furniture. So they have even given the date on which they have purchased. So this becomes very important. We need to understand that on which particular, at the time of charging depreciation, they will give some amount of depreciation or percentage of depreciation. We need to charge from the day on which it has purchased. Okay, that is 5,000. Then purchase of furniture should not be recorded. Why? Because it is a capital expenditure. Only revenue expenditure need to be recorded under income and expenditure side. But if suppose the adjustment are given regarding depreciation, it should be recorded, right? It should be recorded under expenditure side. Then next, buy salaries. Buy salaries, which is a revenue payment, so recorded under expenditure side. Buy telephone expenses, recorded under expenditure side, which is a revenue payment. Electricity charges, which is a revenue payment, recorded under expenditure side. By postage and stationery, this one is also revenue expenditure, recorded under expenditure side. Purchase of books, these are the books which are purchased once in a lifetime of the business or NGOs, so this should not be recorded. Then by entertainment expenses, recurring, which should be recorded under expenditure side. Purchase of 5% government papers should not be included, but they have given the date on which they have purchased. So there could be adjustment which should be recorded. Means purchase of 5% government paper means what? Upon which they are receiving 5% interest. Means on this particular investment there is an interest. So interest is a revenue and it should be recorded under income side of the income and expenditure account. Even if it is not given in an adjustment, means it is understood that there is a revenue which is the organization is receiving. So this is the problem. Oh sorry, here there is other payments. Miscellaneous expenses. What is miscellaneous expenses? Day to day expenses that organization is getting. So these expenses are recurring in nature, so it should be recorded under expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. This closing balance should not be recorded. So let us study regarding the adjustment. They have given adjustments. Very important point to note down that adjustment given has a 2 entries. That means it should be recorded twice. What? Adjustment need to be recorded twice. Maybe it is in the income and expenditure account or receipt and payment account, and then in balance sheet. So let us study regarding this adjustments. Salaries outstanding. As you all know, income and expenditure account is based on accrual basis. That means outstandings are taken. See, salary outstanding is 1,500. So under expenditure account, we need to add this particular salary to its respective item. See, here they have given by salaries. So under income and expenditure account, we are going to write 2 salaries, 2,000. So see, solution of the adjustment, they'll be given, we need to record 2 salaries where under expenditure side plus outstanding, that is 1,500, total is 3,500. This is the amount we need to write under debit side of the income and expenditure account. So next one they have given entertainment expenses outstanding. So this outstanding amount need to be added to which account? Entertainment expenses. They have given here by entertainment expenses. So by writing under income and expenditure account, we need to write 2 entertainment expenses 900 plus outstanding, which is 500. So the total becomes 1,400. The next, bank interest receivable. That means there are certain interests which are to be received. That is 150. So there they have given bank interest on bank deposit. By writing on the credit side, by interest on bank deposit 450 plus receivable 150. So the total of that becomes 600. It should be recorded under income side. The next one, subscription accrued. That means subscription is due, but the member did not paid it, but it need to be added. So while writing by subscription under income side of the income and expenditure account, 10,000 plus 400, the total of subscription becomes now 10,400. The next, 50% of the entrance fees is to be capitalized. What it means? Means only 50% of the entrance fees is now revenue, other 50% is now capitalized. It should be added to capital fund. So only 50% is now revenue. That means only 50% we need to write. So see here, the entrance fees is 1,000. So we need to find out what is the 50% of 1,000. 50% of 1,000 becomes 500. Now 500 is only revenue. So we should write only 500 under income side of the income and expenditure account. Then next, furniture is to be depreciated at 10% per annum. That means furniture value need to be reduced of what percentage? 10%. So here see, furniture amount is 5,000. Correct? So 5,000, wait, on 5,000 you need to calculate. Here the solution is given. On 5,000, 10% is their depreciation, and for how many months? They have given the date of purchase. On 1/7 they have purchased. So from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 1, 2, 3. That means 9 months. You understood? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Year ending is 31st March. So how many months For 9 months they need to charge depreciation. So amount of depreciation is 375. Understood? Okay, let us solve this particular problem. We need to prepare income and expenditure account, that is book of Nagy's Club, that is income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2015. Writing down of the current year for which they are preparing is very important. Then the format, expenditure side, this income side, see, we should exclude the opening balance, right? Now what we need to write down? The subscription of only current year. So by subscription amounting to rupees 10,000. Now we need to write down outstanding. That means we need to add outstanding. How much they have given outstanding? Subscription, see here, subscription accrued 400. Add 400. How much? Now 10,400 is a subscription. Then next item, see, donation. So donation purpose is not given, so it is now revenue. By no adjustment regarding donation is given, so donation amount write down as it is. Then next, hall rent revenue 300 by hall rent 300. Then see, interest on deposit 450 plus there is outstanding, that is receivable, by interest on deposit, how much? 450 plus receivable, how much? Bank interest receivable 150. So add 450 and 150, that is 600. Now see, entrance fees, what they have said, only half is now revenue. So by entrance fees only half is a revenue means out of 1,000 50% means how much? 500. So this 500 need to be written on the outer column. Understood? Hope it is visible. Okay. Then see, on the payment side there is a buy purchase of 5% government papers. That means they have invested in government papers and they are getting interest of 5% for 9 months, right? From July onwards, right? So 9 months. So calculate on 8,000 into 5 by 100 into 9 by 12. So that is the interest they are receiving. 8,000 into 5 by 100 into 9 by 12. So the interest they are receiving now is 300, which they need to write down by interest on investment of government paper. Government paper. How much is the value? 8,000. Percentage is 5%. For how many months? 9 months. So that amount is now 300. So now I have recorded all the income sides, means items of income. Now see, payment side, what and all the items comes. So we are not going to write down the purchase of furniture, but we are going to charge this depreciation. So then next is salary. So we need to write down salary and as well as there is a outstanding amount which need to be added, that is 1500. To salary amounting to rupees 2000 plus outstanding, see outstanding is 1500. So total of salary becomes 3500. Next item is telephone charges, telephone expenses. How much? 300. Write down as it is. To telephone expense, there is no adjustment given, so telephone expense just 300. Then they have given electricity charges 600. No adjustments. How much is the electricity charges? 600. Then they have given postage and stationery amounting to rupees 150. No adjustment. To postage and stationery amounting to rupees 150. Then they have given purchase of book, which should not be recorded. Entertainment expenses, there is an adjustment. So to entertainment expense, what is the amount? 900. There is a outstanding also 100 plus outstanding 500, so amounting to rupees 1400. Now this one is should not be recorded, right? Then miscellaneous expenses we need to write down. To miscellaneous expenses, is there any adjustment? No. Write down as it is. Then we need to charge the depreciation. So see, on which date it was purchased? On 1/7/14. So how much need to be charged? 10%. So write down to depreciation on its, so value of furniture is 5000. 5000 into depreciation percentage is 10%. How many months? So what is the depreciation amount now? 600. Now what is the depreciation amount? Calculate. 5000 into 10 by 100 into 9 by 12. So what is the amount of depreciation? 375. So amount of depreciation is, write down 375. Now you need to count the total of debit side as well as total of credit side. Okay. So now I am going to count total of debit side, that is 3500, 300, then 600, 150, 1400, 600, 375. Now total of debit side is, see, I'll write down here debit side 6925. So now I'll count credit side 10,400, 2,000, 300, 600, 500, 300. So what is the amount? 14,100. Credit side is, see, credit side 14,100, right? Which side is more? Income side is more than debit side, that is expenditure side. So there is a excess, correct? Excess means surplus, where we need to record on the debit side, that is to surplus. Find out the difference. 14,100 minus 6,925. What is the amount? 7,175. So this is the surplus, this is the balance. Okay. I hope you have understood regarding preparing income and expenditure account as well as solving problem. Thank you.